Well, hello everyone. I am so glad that you followed the instructions to go to the website and pull up this video, which means this should be your first day of class with Truth Academy. And I'm so excited about this African American History Studies class, and I hope that not only do I hope you're excited about it, but I hope you are going to really learn something new, which is kind of the point of this class. In traditional schools, um, there's typically a Black History Month, but we know that there's so much history for African Americans, or if you will, Black history. There's just so much history that it does not have to be condensed into 1 month. And so what we're going to do in this class is we are going to explore a little bit more of the African American history, and it'll be from month to month. So basically I'm going to take a look at the syllabus that I placed online, which of course you can find according to your grade level. You will see the African American History, or AAH is what it will say, and you can click on that link, and when it opens up you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here. So basically this is African American History Studies for the 2016-17 year. This class is in addition to your regular history class. Whatever history you have listed on your class schedule, this will be in addition to it. It's not optional, and it will be considered an honors course because of the extra work that you're doing. So you not only have an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the African American history, but also you have an opportunity to take an honors class and gain a little bit of extra credit on your transcript if you should need it in the future. So I'm going to read a little bit from the syllabus, is what I call it, which is basically an outline of everything you can expect to do this school year for this portion of your history class. Again, you are responsible for going to the EP website for your regular history, and this will be in addition to that history. So basically this class is going to be us kind of taking a look at historical events and people from a spiritual perspective, examining how people were treated, how people reacted, and comparing it to how we are instructed to act and respond according to God's word. This class will have a special emphasis on history through the eyes of teenagers. And so you'll see, of course, it says go to God's Truth Academy WordPress.com to view this instructional video, which is what we're doing now. It's important for you to understand what's expected of you, and I'm looking for excellence in the assignments that are done, especially because of the time in which you'll have to do them. You will not be required to do assignments from day to day. They are assigned on a weekly basis, and every month there's going to be a focus on one person, and then for each week there's going to be an assignment associated with that particular person that we're taking a look at. This class is for 7th grades, 7th through 12th only, and you'll see on the syllabus that it's broken down that the 7th and 8th graders have one set of responsibilities, and 9th through 12th have a little bit more responsibilities added to their load. So for the month of July, if you look at the syllabus, you'll see, and I'm going to just kind of read through the expectations from week to week. If you attended orientation, the second orientation, and received your schedules, the very first assignment you should have received, the first page is going to look like this. I hope you can see this pretty well, putting it here in front of the camera. The first page is going to look like this. It may be 4 or 5 pages long, and you'll see a set of vocabulary words in the top right hand corner of that page with some instructions on that as well. So basically, from month to month, the instructions will remain the same, but the person that we're looking at will be different. And so for week 1, if you're in 9th through 12th grade, the assignment would be to read the story and type a 1-page essay, single-spaced, one-sided, double-spaced between paragraphs. The essay should mention personal facts about him or her, what he or she did in history, how impactful you think it was on others, and how it impacted your thoughts as you read it. In week 2, there's going to be a journal entry that you'll type to talk about how you think you might have responded in the situation, and a prayer that you will type also, a prayer that would help you or someone else in a similar situation with that type of attitude or feelings or emotions towards whatever was going on in there. Week 3, some of at least one probably you'll find may still be alive today, because of, again, some of these people that we're looking at were teenagers at the time that they made history, whatever they may have done. And so some of them may still be alive today. And so what you'll do in week 3 is you'll do a little research to find out if this person is still alive, and if you can find contact information on there, an address. And then you'll type a letter which would include at least one question that you would want to ask them about what you read about them, how it impacted their life, or whatever questions come to mind that you may want to ask. And then wait for further instructions, because if we find that there's someone that we can send a letter to, we'll send them all at one time as a school instead of individually. And then the 4th week, it's going to be a week for a project, and you'll get to choose. For 9th through 12th grade, you get to choose one Black History documentary to watch, and then you have to create a 3 to 5 minute video. It's a presentation where you present the information that you learned. In that video, here I have specific instructions on what has to be done. You have to introduce yourself, your grade level, the name of the video you watched, give an account, give an opening summary of it, details, closing remarks. Use some type of object, picture, or poster, etc., that is related to something in your presentation. And also for week 4, whether you're in 9th through 12th grade, or if you're 7th through 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, you may do the project as a group project. However, the time frame is going to have to be a little bit longer. Each person has to be present and speaking in the video about the project, and it has to be clear who was responsible for doing what part of the project, so that it is clear that each person who did the project actually took part in bringing it all together. So that's pretty much how that's going to work. In red, you'll see for 11th and 12th grade, there are some special instructions there for you that you should make note of and ask any questions about it if you don't understand it. And one other thing, there are several museum visits that are factored into this class, which will count as a regular class, and there are special instructions for that as well, where you're going to bring paper to take notes about a particular exhibit. You're going to write up a rough draft the second week about it. You'll create your own project this time, anything you want it to be, does not matter what it is, and add a 1-page report to it. And then by the 4th week, all of that will be due. Understand that if you decide you want to do week 1 through 4's work in 1 week, that is perfectly okay. You're welcome to do that. I have it spread out over the course of the month, but you're welcome to get it done sooner than the time allotted if you want to do that. So remember a few things. At the end of this class, the last project is going to be a family tree project, where we kind of take a look at our own history And I have some specific instructions about that, which you will find on the syllabus towards the end of it. And there's a specific format that your reports will need to be in, and I have that spelled out on the syllabus. And also for your journal entry and prayer, there's a specific way that it should be typed up as well. All of your homework assignments, except for physical presentations, all of your homework assignments are going to be emailed to that same email address, mywork.ta@gmail.com. So if you have a project that's going to need to be presented in person, take a picture of that project and send it as an email as well. And I believe that is all the information that I have to share about the class. I hope you will email any questions that you have, but mostly I hope you'll have fun learning about some of the teenagers who stepped up and did something that in their mind they thought would impact people for years to come. And think about how you, as you live for Christ, how you might make an impact in this world, and something you might do in this world that somebody might want to write in the history book, or somebody might want to write a book about it to encourage someone else to live a purposeful and impactful life, and especially as a believer to do it so that God is being glorified in it. So that is all, and I look forward to seeing all of the work and especially the presentations that you all will present in this class.